Day by day, Chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime is getting closer and closer. But the question is, when exactly should we expect it to drop? How much longer do we still have to wait? And did the developers actually reveal the release date a long time ago? Well guys, what's up? As always, it's me, Welcome Me Home Talk, and let's jump straight into today's video. So before we answer the question, when should we expect Chapter 5 of Poppy Playtime, let's first break down what factors influence its release, what actually affects the release date of a new chapter, and why can't the devs just roll it out right away? Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is that the developers need time to prepare the game. Making a new chapter is a long and complicated process. But if it takes them a whole year to create one chapter, why don't they just start earlier? I mean, clearly the chapter itself is ready way before it officially comes out. Or is it that the devs work right up until release day and drop it last minute? Well, that's actually not the case. In reality, they usually finish working on the new chapter about a half a year before the previous one's release. Besides the gameplay, they need to write the script, create new characters, new locations, and so on. And only after all that do they bring it into the game. In fact, some characters and locations were planned years in advance, even though they won't appear until later chapters. So yes, development takes much longer than a single year. But the truth is, the chapter itself really is ready ahead of time. For example, if a chapter is set to release on January 30th, then it's usually already finished by late October. But then what happens to all that extra time? Why don't the devs just release the chapter right away? The answer is simple: marketing. Even if the game is ready a month or two before launch, they still need to warm up the audience, run an ARG, drop teasers and trailers, and build hype around the new chapter. And of course, the more people know about it, the more players will buy it. So even if the new chapter is technically finished months in advance, they'll still hold it back to maximize hype before release. Plus, there's always the risk of unexpected problems, like backlash from fans, layoffs in the dev team, or something else. The developers know this and prefer to play it safe, making sure they can hit the release date no matter what. As of now, according to the team, everything is going smoothly. They're confident about the deadline, and Chapter 5 is on track. Even though it's supposed to be bigger and better than Chapter 4, it's at about the same stage of development as the last one was. So what does that mean? Well, it looks like we really can expect Chapter 5 very soon. Honestly, the devs already picked a date for themselves a long time ago, and I can confidently say, yes, Chapter 5 will release on January 30th of next year, just like the previous ones. But why am I so sure? Simple, the devs have basically confirmed it indirectly. Chapter 5 should have taken much longer to develop, but since Chapter 4, MOP Entertainment has expanded, hired more staff, and production has sped up. And there's one more piece of evidence that pretty much confirms the release date. Not too long ago, the developers officially announced a brand new Poppy Playtime book. And this time, it's going to be a full novel, similar to the FNA books. The release date is set for January 7th. And you know what devs love to do with books, right? That's right, ARGs. This one will almost certainly include hints, teasers, and leaks about Chapter 5. And guess what? The timing is perfect. Just a few weeks before January 30th. That gives fans plenty of time to dig through the book's secrets and Easter eggs. Then right after that, the final trailer drops, and boom, Chapter 5 is out. Everything lines up way too perfectly. To me, it looks like almost direct proof that the release date is January 30th of 2026. But what do you think? Drop a comment down below with your prediction for when Chapter 5 will come out. And as always, the best comments from the last video make it straight into the next one, so don't hold back. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. And as always, this has been Welcome Me Home Talk. See you guys next time.